Bitcoin, I'm very, very confident is going to come down to 37,800-ish to begin the week. That is horizontal and ascending support right here. Okay, so that's what I'm gearing up for. I'm 90% confident we're going to come down into right here. Okay, and this is the key moment right here. I'm 90% confident we're also going to get a bounce right here at 37,500 to 37,800, right? So I think we're going to go sideways for the weekend, and then Monday drop into here, okay, and then we're going to bounce. Then what happens from there is key, because what we need to see is how strong is the bounce. Okay, because if Bitcoin bounces on weak volume here, be prepared. We are going to collapse down to 30K this week. Okay. Now, if it can bounce on strong volume, then we can halt this dump, and then we can save Bitcoin temporarily. Okay, but either way, no matter what, I'm very confident we're going to get a bounce here at 37.5K. The question is, how hard and how strong do we bounce? Okay, because if this is a weak bounce here, get ready for the collapse down to 30K. How do I know, or why am I so confident we'll get down to 30K within 8 days? It's the pattern, guys. Okay, it is the pattern. How did we call this dump, and how did we short the top in Bitcoin? And now we're up $80,500 on this Bitcoin short. Well, it's the pattern, guys. So if you're new to the channel, welcome. We spotted this pattern here a few days ago. So check this out. You have a dump. You have a dump. Okay, and notice how the dump stops. You have this bullish reversal candle that stops the dump. Okay, you have this bullish reversal candle that stops the dump. Okay, so see how the pattern is the exact same so far? Dump, dump. Bull reversal candle that stops the dump, bull reversal candle that stops the dump. It gets everyone super bullish, right? Because that's a big bullish reversal at support, right? Everyone thinks higher lows, higher highs. We're still bullish. We're still intact. Okay, so this big bull reversal candle gets everyone tricked and bullish. Then you have 1, 2, 3 days to the upside. You have 1, 2, 3 days to the upside, and on that fourth day, you set the top. 1, 2, 3, and on the fourth day, you set the top. And this is how we shorted the literal top in Bitcoin, and that's how we're in this trade that's making us 81,000, right? So that's how we nailed it. So you can see this pattern is the exact same. And very few people in this world see that besides us here. Okay, and so what you're going to notice next after this pattern is once you set the top there, you dumped off, okay, 23% in 8 days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, okay, 10 days. Okay, so what do we expect here? 1, 2, 3 days so far, but based on the last pattern, you got a 23% dump. That 23% dump obviously gets you down to 33K, which is that support level right there, that local bottom that we hit back in January. Okay, and so what you notice is, all right, is based on the pattern, like I said, it's repeating exactly. And so until the pattern changes, until it's off, you stay with it. Okay, because it's the most accurate thing you have to predict the market as of now. And so right now, everyone's looking at this as bullish support, higher lows right here, right? And little do they realize you have a massive volume divergence, which shows us that we are going to collapse through, and this is actually going to be a bear flag breakdown, okay? And that's going to get us down to 30K. The only question is do we get down to 30K this week, right? Do we make that big collapse this week? Or could we still come back up for one run, back up to 48K, 50K, for example? I think it's very unlikely we come back up here, but it's a possibility. Okay, so let's get back into the pattern, and let's get back into why we think we're going to get a big dump this week. Okay, so once again, from the top of the pattern down, 23% dump. From the top of the pattern down, that's going to be a 23% dump. This was in 10 days. Well, we also expect this to be within 10 days, which, you know, so far this dump has been 3 days. So 1, 2, 3 days. So this is Saturday. This is Saturday. This is Sunday. Okay, and this is Monday. So on Monday, we're expecting to continue our descent lower. Okay, and so this is the big thing, right? Like I was telling you right here in Bitcoin, we know that the pattern is showing a drop, right? We're supposed to keep dropping based on the pattern, which is so far repeating itself almost identically. And so if we keep dropping, that means we're going to get down into the support, 37,600, 37,800. I'm super confident in that because the pattern gives me that confidence. Okay, and so that's such a strong support level. When you have horizontal and ascending support, you are going to get a bounce 90% of the time. Now, what we're talking about in my Telegram alerts channel is that we haven't got one of these mega dump candles in a long time. So as you can actually see right here, you got this mega dump candle. Okay, right here, you got this mega dump candle. So we haven't got one of these mega dump candles in a long time. And what I'm actually thinking is possible is things get so bad this week, we could get a mega dump candle through this massive support, because this is the biggest support of the entire market right now. This support is everything. We break this support, get ready, we're going 30K. Okay, if we can hold the support, Bitcoin survives. Okay, but that's the thing, right? Based on the pattern, we think we should break that level. Okay, that's the hard thing though, is because we know we should break that level, but imagine we're going to get down to this level and we might get a strong bounce. Okay, and as a short seller, that sucks because you see your profits go from, for example, we'll be up around $140,000 on this short once we get here, and it's going to bounce and you're only going to be up $70,000, $80,000 again. So AKA you're giving away like $60,000 in profit, and no one likes seeing that, obviously, right? And so it's all about this support level. This week is all about this support. That's it. That's the only thing that matters. We get down there, how strong do we bounce? Is there a lot of volume and buyers coming in? Okay. And in the case that we just get a mega dump candle and it just crushes through that support, pack your bags, we're going to hell. All right, simple as that. So the reason I think that we will break through this level is because of the pattern right here. And that pattern shows a 25% dump. So that's why I think we'll get a 25% dump. It's just hard to hold the trade as a trader when you know it's probably going to bounce hard here. Okay, because it absolutely could bounce. And in the worst case situation as a short seller, price can actually bounce here, and we can go all the way back up to here, which I think is very unlikely, but it is always a possibility that we have to be aware of. Okay, so this level is everything. That's what you should be prepared for. If you're not in a short right now, I would be looking to long Bitcoin here at 37,500 this week, once we get down there, if I'm right that we get down there. Okay, I would set your stop loss below here, but you do need to be careful because these big players love to dump it right below into where, you know, they stop out everyone and then they go and pump it up, right? Kind of like right here. See the channel right here? So what they do is they dump it through the channel slightly, they stop out a bunch of guys, and then they pump it, right? So you just gotta be aware of that. So that's my update for you. To put it in brief terms, is basically this pattern shows us we're getting a 25% dump. Based on that, that's exactly why we think we're going to 30K, because if you measure from here, okay, a 25% dump gets you to exactly, well, 32K. And that's why we expect to get down to the low 30s within 8 days. The only thing stopping us from getting down to the low 30s is this level right here. This is the last level for Bitcoin, okay? That's the last level. This level gets taken out, get ready. It's going to get really, really, really ugly. And that's your update for today. So watch for the drop down to 37.5. Look to possibly long if you're not in a short. Okay? And we could get a bounce here to the bottom of this channel and then break down. Or that could be the bottom. So it's either we're going to come down here, bottom, come down here, bounce, dump back down. I think we're going to dump back down. Scenario number 2. This is scenario number 1. This is what you're looking for going into the week, guys. I hope that's helpful for you. And I'm not trying to say it's going to go up or down. No, I am short. I believe price is going down to the low 30s, right? And I'm expecting to make a lot of money on that short. But I'm also aware that what if I'm wrong? What if I'm not right about scenario number 2? I need to be prepared for number 1, because otherwise I'll be giving back all my profits on the short and even potentially losing money if I don't stop myself out and we go all the way up to 50K after. Do you see what I'm saying? So this is the scenario that will screw me or that I don't want to have. This is the scenario that I'm betting on. Does it make sense? So guys, I hope that's helpful. Drop a like, make sure you're subscribed. I'll keep you up to date here in the coming days, because this is going to be a very, very big week. I do believe we're going to see things continue to sell off because, like I said, we have the pattern that shows it. Very few people in the world recognize and see this pattern, and it's also obviously in the S&P 500. Once again, you get a big pump, you get a big pump. You get this dump, you get this dump. Okay, then you have the candle that stops and halts the dump right here. Here's the candle that stops the dump right here. Big green candle that gets everyone bullish. Big green candle that gets everyone bullish. Indecisive candle. Indecisive candle. And on this day, the dump begins. On this day, the dump begins. That's how we called it, right? And so what do you notice in the stock market after this pattern? We just went straight down. 11% in 10 days right here. Right here. 11% in 10 days would get us down to here. Okay? And you can see it's pretty much all red days on the way down. And that's why we're so bearish, because this pattern doesn't lie. That's how we called the top on this Bitcoin bounce, and that's how we shorted it perfectly at the exact top to be in this beautiful trade and short that we're in. So that's why we expect further downside this week, and that is why the only thing that matters is this level right here. Should we break it, we are about to make hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars on this Bitcoin short. That's my only thing. How do we approach that level? Can we smash through that level, or do we bounce hard at that level? Like, this level right here is everything. So pay attention to it. If you want to be updated live on this level, please join the Crash Alerts Telegram. It's the first link in the description where I send out my live trades, obviously, my entries and my exits. Okay, and obviously you can see that here. We had this trade alerted, this Bitcoin short alerted here, my entries and my stop loss. So you can see my entry at 42,572. That was right up here, guys. Okay, 42,572 was right here at the top, as you can see, before we dumped down. So that's how we shorted the top. That's how we're down here, and that's how we're making that 78,000. But now the important thing is, how do we approach that 37,500 level, guys? All right, stay up to date. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. That level is everything, and we're going to see, can we collapse through this week? I think we absolutely can, and I hope we do, obviously, because I'm in a short, right? So drop a like, make sure you subscribe. I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye.